Greetings everybody, it's Base6286 here with more Final Fantasy IX. In this episode, we're going to explore the entirety of Pandemonium, which really isn't that much. This place is actually kind of short, really, which you can probably tell from the time that you can see on the video, I'm sure you all can see that. But okay, so there's going to be a couple battles here, nothing really fancy. I think this is the only truly new enemy we're going to see, is the Malboro. Yeah, these guys are kind of Final Fantasy standards. It's the same thing here, except for apparently in this game they can fly, which is weird. I don't know why they can fly. I don't know. They're just tentacly and weird and bizarre. They can inflict lots of nasty status ailments on you, like all Malboros can. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, with my party the way we are right now, yeah, as you can see, random battles are gonna be kind of a joke for the rest of the game, basically. I mean, our party right now is just so ridiculous. With the fact that we can just deal max damage so easily, we're gonna be taking everything out in like 2 hits. Maybe 3. Mostly 2. So, yeah. I'll probably just show enemies just so you know they're here and they exist. Maybe I'll like mention something that you want to watch out for with them, but for the most part, not that big of a deal. Now, if your party is down in like 30s to 40s, things might be a little more challenging because you're probably not going to have the super moves. But even then, enemies aren't going to be that bad, I don't think. So, anyways, this is the first main room here, kind of. Not really a main room, but first puzzle room, I guess you can say. Basically what's happening here is we have a timer, and whenever you run in and touch one of those blue flames from the things, you'll run into a battle, and the timer will basically run out, and you'll run out of time, and you won't be able to do what you need to do. So, I kind of checked it out here. What you want to do is kind of follow this path, and just like wait for the blue lights to kind of go away, and you'll have enough time. And then you want to be able to make it across this bridge with like when the timer runs out, that bridge disappears. So that's basically the goal. It's really simple. I mean, seriously. So 1 area down. All right, that didn't take long at all. Now for this, depending on the number you input, depends on where an elevator in the next room is going to take you. So there's of course like different areas you can go, and some of it's going to lead to treasure and whatnot and all that kind of fun stuff. So what we're going to do is we want to set it to 3 first. And this can be really confusing on how this actually works, but set it to 3 and then you just want to cancel out of it, and you'll see the little thingy above that, whatever this console is, kind of shift. And yeah, there you go. So 3 and you're done. And apparently, like, well, we'll talk more about it later. Apparently I just didn't know what I was doing, and I kept clicking it for whatever reason. But anyways, you set it to 3 and then you walk in the next room, and you'll see this, and when you walk up to it, you'll see like a little thingy appear, but we actually can't get on it. It's because we're entering from the wrong side. So you'll set it to a direction, and then you have to enter it from a certain side in order to get on. And it kind of gives you a clue, because you can see like where it's kind of facing, and it's kind of facing in this direction. So we want to actually go up to the top here, and it'll line up right, because you have to enter or exit from that little pedestal. You can't like jump onto it. So. And if we just follow this up, taking this path will eventually lead us to that treasure there. So that's cool. And yeah, so we got the treasure, and now we're gonna have to take this thing. Oh man, lots of gil there. 20,007. Alright. Random number, but they do that in this game. We've established this. Anyways, now that we take it back down, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go all the way back around and back into that previous room that had like the elevator control switch. And unfortunately this isn't going to work. Yeah. See, we can't like just go all the way down. We have to take the proper path. But anyways, we're gonna have to go back in that control room, and we're gonna have to reset the number to progress to a different area. And we got into a random battle here, so I guess there's some kind of new enemy showing up. Let's see. Oh, it's one of these guys, the Abaddons. We actually saw this when we were in that boss gauntlet there. These enemies outside of the boss gauntlet, you're gonna find some that are kind of similar, but they're actually gonna have a couple differences to them. Mainly, when you find them in the boss gauntlet, they're going to be immune to like all status ailments and all that kind of thing. When you find them out in the wild, I guess you could say, like this, they're not going to have as many immunities, and they're going to be easier to take down. And just, yeah, generally not as ridiculous. But, I mean, like I said, we're going to just own everything right now, so it's not even a problem. It's not even a thing. Freya's going to do that, Zidon's probably going to attack, and yeah, look at that, dead. Easy as pie. Things are just... oh well. That's how it goes, I guess. Anyways, so now that we've taken care of that, we're gonna have, like I said, you're gonna have to go all the way back, and we're gonna have to switch the elevator again. Now, just something to note about this elevator. I didn't show this off because I didn't really think it was that necessary, and I'm not entirely sure how to trigger it, but apparently, if you keep setting the elevator to the wrong settings and keep riding it, I guess, and it doesn't, like, you're not going where you need to go, you'll actually be able to witness an ATE where whenever you do the ATE, you'll be able to, like, activate and switch the elevator directions without having to actually run back and forth. So, like, we wouldn't have to have done this. We would have just been able to, like, view the ATE, and we would have been able to switch the elevator to a different direction without having to leave this room. Which, honestly, that's not that big of a deal, because there's only 2 places you have to go. You switch it to 3 to get the treasure, and then you switch it to 4 to actually progress. So, yeah, as you can see, we're going to have to go a little further up. To go all the way around. Not that way. Not that way. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention that since I didn't really show it, but yeah, again, I don't know how you get it to work. I guess if you like kept setting it on 1 or 2 or something, then, and just kept failing, you'd be able to see the ATE and do all that stuff. But yeah, I don't really think it's that big of a deal and not necessary. But anyways, now we get to view, or not view, but find our way around a teleporting maze, which I guess it's a teleporting maze. It's really not much of one. I've seen much worse teleporting mazes than this. So, yeah, this isn't so bad of a maze, but it's a little bit of one. There's going to be a couple treasures we can find around here, and not every teleporter is going to lead to some area. And man, there's those weird, like, eye mouth things in the background again that we saw in Kuja's place. Those things just creep me out for some reason. I think they're supposed to be eyes, but at the same time they kind of look like mouths in the background there. I don't know. They're weird, that's all that matters, I guess. Anyways, we just came to this path just to get those 2 treasures. That upper path just leads to a dead end, I believe. Or just kind of loops you around. It really doesn't take you anywhere. So, now that we've done that, I think we want to go down next? Yes. And apparently get into another new battle, so this is most likely going to be the last of the new enemies we're going to see around here. And it's not even that new. It's another one of these guys. I forget. I think they're called Shell Dragons, I think is their name. I mean, it's the same thing with the Abaddon. They're going to be, like, not quite as resilient as the boss gauntlet counterpart that we saw. But they're still going to have, like, the same moves and everything, so if you're at lower level, you might want to try and have float on your party. Would be a good idea if you don't have earth-absorbing stuff. That's probably the biggest concern I'd venture out to guess. And it looks like both Vivi and Freya went into trance here, which is kind of a shame. Again, just more wasted trances. It's the one thing that just saddens me about this game is trance is just kind of meh. You can't use it very strategically. It's just kind of there or it's not there. That's one thing I have to say about Final Fantasy VII, is that the limits were activated kind of the same way, if I remember correctly, like the same way as trances, where like you take damage and the bar goes up. But if you got a limit, you could kind of like hold on to it. Like, even though it replaced the attack command, like you could kind of skirt around it and you could save your limit for a boss fight if you wanted to do that, which I liked, because it was just more strategic that way, but... So yeah, I'm a little sad that you can't do something like that in this game, but oh well. It's a minor complaint. It means nothing. So, there you go. That's the Shell Dragon taken down pitifully with ease. Your sad excuse for a dragon, Mr. Shell Dragon. I don't know what to do about you. So, this is going to be another treasure path, I believe. And as you can kind of see, the red teleporters will take you back to that central circular area, and the blue ones will take you somewhere around this area. So, actually, does this take us to a treasure, or does it take us to... Oh no, it must take us to that treasure right there. Yeah. Alright. I think that's the last of the treasures in this place too, so there you go, some battle boots. Nothing too amazing at this point. We're kind of getting to the end of the game where you're either going to get something super rare and amazing in a treasure chest, or something kind of meh in a treasure chest that you probably already have a couple of, so oh well. Although I'm not sure if I think we have a pair of battle boots already. But, and apparently, I guess we don't have to go through that upper path that we saw in the circular room. I think that's what maybe that one blue path that we didn't take leads to. So, because as you can see, there's only one more teleporter, and it just kind of goes around. So yeah, there. We've explored the entire area now. Hooray! And we've actually found a random Moogle here, which is weird. You can switch party members if you want, but we're gonna read a letter from Moorock. This is my first time using Mognet, and my first letter, Cupo. What should I write about? Cupo. What the heck was that about, Cupo? Indeed, what what kind of letter is that? Anyways, I think we're going to end the episode here to save the awesomeness. So thanks you guys for watching, and join me next time when we finish Disc 3. Later.